Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Fenwick. I'm one of the partners here at Keller Williams Preferred Properties. Thanks for tuning in for our business mastermind entitled Treating Your Business Like a Business in 2024. We started these business masterminds a little over a dozen years ago, and we noticed that average agent did not have a business background nor a sales background. So we put together kind of a mini MBA program originally so we could teach them the different parts of a business. There are 5 parts to every business. We try and cover one of them in the business mastermind. Those 5 parts, in case you're wondering, are sales, marketing, finance, operations, and business development. So most people are good at one of those particular things. Our goal is to get you guys good or literate in all of them. So I'm going to start at the basics, and then we're going to build on that. I get this question a lot, so I'll start with what entity to use and why you may want to use a different entity. So most real estate agents start out as solo practitioners. There's no technical legal entity, and they're putting their business information on their personal tax return. IRS loves real estate agents who put their business on their personal tax returns because they can challenge everything. So we like to write off things like mileage, going to conferences, things like that. And the IRS likes to come back and say, hey, can you prove this or prove that? One of the things that I do recommend is throwing your business in an LLC. There are a couple reasons for doing that. The first is it protects you and separates you, your business from your personal assets. If there was ever an issue, if you were sued, that could come in handy in terms of doing that. The bigger issue is for tax purposes. The IRS presumes for every individual that there is a minimum of a 50% personal use. So when you write off your car, the IRS says, hey, if you do it as a solo practitioner, how much of this did you use for your personal use? When you write off your cell phone, hey, how much of that did you use for your personal use? It's presumed to be 50%. It's same with your computer, your internet, all those different things. As a business, there is no presumption of personal use because the business is its own separate entity. So if you think about Keller Williams Preferred Properties and you walk through the office, you'll see TV screens that we use as monitors. If you go to the front desk when we have guests or you have clients come in, we offer them a bottle of water. We have computers, we have printers, we order food, we go to conferences, a whole mess of things of that nature. All of that are business expenses, and all of it is tax deductible. They don't ask us, hey, did you use any of this for the personal use? So as an example, the laptop that I'm talking to you all on was purchased by my LLC. The cell phone that I used to call Jamal to get to clear up any technical issues we were having is paid for by my LLC. The car that I drove over here is paid for by my LLC. My iPad that I just purchased is paid for by my LLC. The water that I'm drinking, wait a minute. The reason that it tastes so good and nice and cold is it's paid for by my LLC, all of which is tax deductible. Now, the reason that I tell people, hey, I think it's a better move to put things into a LLC is because now you have something where you can separate your personal and business expenses and start knocking down your tax liability. What's the difference, you guys may say? The difference with LLCs and personal people is businesses are taxed after expenses. So the IRS says, hey, what'd you make? And then deduct all your expenses and then tell us what's net. And with a person, they're taxed beforehand, and then you have to argue around April 15, not argue, but submit your reasons in your tax return that you shouldn't have to pay the taxes that they took or the taxes that they want. And so it really is a different standard. And so recommend to everyone that they do that. I think it's cleaner. We do it. So my separate business, we do that in terms of creating the LLCs for you. You can do it yourself. A lot of people do it and find that they don't do it the right way. We go ahead and do that for you, make sure it's set up right. If it's something that you would like us to do, cheap plug, you don't have to. You can just email me and we'll send you over the sheet.